Our story kicks off in the middle of the night, where expert hitman Jason Renshaw is driving to the toy factory to take care of his next victim. He parks outside and gets ready to do some sneaky surveillance. While inside, the famous toy maker Hans Morris is busy checking on the latest production of toys. He makes sure everything is perfect and saves the best for last, a limited edition fairy music box that plays a calming tune. Charmed by the fairy, Hans takes her with him and closes the workshop behind him. Next, he heads to his office, which he can only access with a special keycard. There, he stares at a picture of his mother, who signed it with love and a funny little doodle. Meanwhile, Jason sees Hans in his office and gets ready to work. He covers his shoes, puts on gloves, and makes sure his gun has a silencer. He also dons a mask and hat to hide his identity. Suddenly, a security guard hears a noise and leaves his office to check it out. He finds a phone at the entrance with a message saying there's a bomb about to explode. Panic ensues as the guard uses his keycard to open the door, grabbing the phone to toss it away. But surprise, Jason catches him off guard and puts him to sleep with a tranquilizer dart. He snatches the phone, turns it off, and steals the guard's keys. After hiding the guard's body, Jason checks the security cameras and spots another guard coming in. He quickly turns off all the cameras with the stolen key and goes after the other guard, hitting him with another tranquilizer dart. He then jumps on him and holds him down until the sedative kicks in. With that body hidden too, Jason heads upstairs and uses the guard's keycard to enter the CEO office. Hans stands up, ready to say something, but before he can even whimper, Jason shoots him several times. After checking Hans' pulse to confirm he's dead, Jason notices the picture frame of Hans' mother broke when the body fell. He finds the music box and listens to its enchanting tune before taking it with him. Moments later, Jason is on a plane flying home. He uses a burner phone to text the person who hired him, telling them to confirm Hans' death on the news and to send the money. But when the passenger next to him asks for gum, Jason opens his bag and is startled to see the fairy from the music box looking creepier than ever. As he hands over the gum, he can't shake the feeling that this fairy might be trouble. Hours later at the airport, Jason sees on the news that Hans' death is already public knowledge, and the cops are onto him. As he takes the escalator, he spots a little girl carrying a creepy baby toy, which makes him so uncomfortable that he has to look away. When Jason finally gets back to his apartment building, he notices another toy on the front desk. Yep, it's from Hans' brand again. Inside his apartment, he finds the toy duck he left in the pool, and it freaks him out so much that he decides to leave it out on the balcony. After a quick shower, he pulls out the fairy music box from his bag and places it in a glass cabinet with mementos from all his past hits. Later, he checks his computer and sees that his payment has been wired, along with a new job offer in London. But first, it's nap time for our hitman. When Jason wakes up in the evening, the doorbell rings. He checks the security camera and sees the receptionist dropping off a package. He brings it inside, but there's no sender information. Then he spots the same little face he saw on Hans' mother's picture. Using a knife, he carefully opens the package, half expecting a trap, but to his surprise, it's a box of toy soldiers, complete with weapons and vehicles. The brand logo confirms it's from Hans' factory, and there's a sticker promising a bonus surprise. Jason, still suspicious, opens the box a little and shines a flashlight inside to make sure it's not a bomb. When he fully opens it, he sees just a bunch of toys. Feeling confused, Jason looks at the paper again, then examines a soldier closely. But nothing seems off, so he drops it and heads to the bar for a soda. Suddenly, he hears a noise and sees the toy box has fallen off the counter. He stares at it before checking the other side of the counter for any funny business. But nothing there, so he approaches the box again, only to find it's empty. Just then, the curtains rattle, and Jason rushes to look behind them, but again, finds nothing. Then a lamp turns off by itself. When he checks the plug, he discovers the cord has been cut. As he moves to the kitchen, he steps on something sharp. Jason jumps back, grabbing whatever stabbed him, only to find it's a toy army weapon. He crouches down to look under the furniture, and suddenly, tiny bullets start firing at him. He quickly hides, feeling the sting of the tiny shots. But when he tries to peek again, the toy soldiers start firing missiles, and one hits him on the leg, burning his pants. Jason rolls on the floor to hide behind a step, but the fire keeps coming. So he rushes to the bathroom, checks his wounds in the big mirror, and grabs a smaller one to take a peek. The fire is still raging, slowly destroying everything in the apartment, and a missile even hits a lamp, starting a small fire. Just when he thinks he's safe, the bullets stop, and the zombie soldiers finally notice him. Another missile flies out, smashing the mirror and sending shards flying. He quickly closes the door and starts pulling the glass out of his skin, realizing he has more wounds now. Since the bathroom is connected to his bedroom, he rushes to his nightstand and grabs his hidden gun. Jason bursts out, firing back at the soldiers hiding under the couch. The tiny bullets keep hitting him, but this time he dodges the missiles. He makes a mad dash to the bar, takes a swig straight from the bottle, and grabs another hidden weapon. With a determined look, he opens fire again while moving closer to the couch, pushing furniture out of the way. When the enemy fire stops, Jason removes the couch cushions and starts shooting at it, screaming like a madman. Once he runs out of bullets, he grabs his other gun and roughly turns the couch over, finally seeing his opponents, the toy soldiers. A bunch are dead, but the survivors are regrouping, grabbing any vehicles and weapons they can find. Jason steps on two of them before the others open fire again, and he retaliates with more shots. A few soldiers manage to get on their helicopters, which suddenly fly out and start shooting missiles. Jason ducks just in time as the missiles destroy his bar with small but powerful explosions. The helicopters then fly right into his face and hands, cutting him with their rotors and making him drop his gun. He quickly grabs it back and shoots one helicopter down, but this gives the others an opening to fire more missiles. So, Jason has no choice but to retreat to the bathroom. After locking the door, he looks in the mirror, shocked by how much he's bleeding. With trembling hands, he washes and disinfects the wounds, groaning in pain. He drinks some water to calm down before carefully bandaging his hand. But suddenly, a missile makes a hole in the door, and a toy helicopter flies in. Jason thinks fast, uses a towel to capture it, and furiously stomps on it. Another helicopter comes in and shoots a missile, but it's not enough to stop Jason. He grabs his gun and opens fire, causing the helicopter to fly out. Jason checks outside the door, then retrieves the towel and flushes the broken toys down the toilet, and uses the towel to cover the hole in the door. After hearing noises in the toilet, he flushes it again, but the rattling continues. So he hits the lid to no avail, then grabs the hair dryer and tosses it in two. The short circuit kills the soldiers but also the bathroom lights. With no other options, Jason sits and waits, stitching the cut on his leg. He finds some bug spray and puts it in his pocket as a weapon. Suddenly, he sees something moving by the door and gets ready to shoot, only to find a piece of paper being pushed in. After the soldiers leave, Jason grabs the paper and finds the word surrender. He writes an insult on it and sends it back. Then he moves the towel to look outside and sees the soldiers firing a cannon. Jason dodges just in time as the cannonball makes an even bigger hole. The shots keep coming, destroying the door until there's barely any wood left. Jason has no choice but to climb out the window, putting him on a very narrow edge above the city. He walks carefully around the edge and hides behind the wall as the helicopter comes out. He continues moving slowly towards another window when the helicopter spots him and shoots him in the face, running out of bullets. Jason manages not to fall and shoots back, running out of ammo too. But one shot is enough to light the helicopter on fire and make it crash. Jason keeps moving on the edge, dealing with the painful wound in his ear. Suddenly, he falls from the edge but lands in his balcony. When he peeks inside, he sees the soldiers regrouping to make a new plan with their last cannon. Looking at the grill, he finds the duck, a lighter, and an extinguisher. Seconds later, the duck appears in the pool, and the soldiers approach to investigate, leaving the door area free for Jason to come inside. He surprises the soldiers with the extinguisher, but a second team approaches from behind, quickly opening fire and destroying one of his mementos. Jason struggles with the lighter but eventually turns it on and combines it with the bug spray, creating a flamethrower to burn the soldiers down. The toy truck crashes against the furniture, and Jason yells in satisfaction before turning the flames on the rest. Once he's done enough damage, he grabs a knife and cuts all the soldiers into pieces, stabbing one just to watch it wiggle in pain. But suddenly, the soldiers in the foam shoot down the duck as the extinguisher runs out. Before they can shoot Jason too, he hits them with their own box. Thinking it's finally over, Jason gathers the broken toys, counts them, and throws them in the garbage disposal to turn them into dust. After cleaning his wounds, Jason relaxes in the pool. But suddenly, he feels something hurting his arm. He gets out and wraps a towel around the deep cut on his wrist before hiding in his bedroom. His hands shake too badly to thread a needle, so he just bandages it and gets dressed. Always on alert, he grabs the fridge magnet with emergency numbers and starts walking backwards to leave without being attacked by surprise. In the elevator, Jason presses the button but still can't relax because he hears something moving on the roof. The noise keeps moving, indicating something has gotten inside the elevator mechanism. Suddenly, there's a loud bang as a shot rings out, and the panel explodes. The lights go out, and the elevator comes to a screeching halt. Just when Jason thinks things can't get worse, the hatch on the ceiling opens, revealing a soldier that's bigger and stronger than the others. Oh great, just what he needed. As the soldier jumps inside, Jason tries to follow it with his little flashlight, but the soldier moves faster than a squirrel on espresso and starts slashing at Jason's legs. It even jumps up and gives him a nasty cut on his arm. Jason quickly wraps his belt around it to stop the bleeding, but when he turns around, he sees the soldier growling at him from the panel before it climbs back out through the hatch. Just then, two explosions happen above the elevator, making it shake like a maraca at a fiesta. Desperate to escape, Jason jumps a couple of times until he reaches the hatch and climbs out, only to find himself stuck between floors. Suddenly, another explosion goes off right at his feet, and he sees the soldier above him getting ready to finish him off. But wait, Jason spots another elevator coming down. In a moment of pure adrenaline, he jumps on top of it to escape. As the elevator descends, he jumps inside and lands painfully. Thinking he's finally safe, Jason presses a button, but surprise, the soldier has followed him by hiding on his shoe and is now climbing up his body like a spider monkey. It growls at him, and Jason, feeling brave, growls back, but the soldier starts stabbing him. Jason quickly pushes it off, sending it flying. At that moment, the elevator arrives at the reception, and the doors open. But just as Jason is about to step out, he passes out from all the chaos. The soldier creeps closer to finish the job, but surprise again. Jason was just pretending. He grabs the toy soldier and pushes it toward the closing doors. The little soldier holds its arms out to stop them, but it's not strong enough, and the doors slam shut, crushing it to bits. Then, Jason hears a beeping noise and looks closer at the toy's body, discovering a bomb in its backpack. He can't help but laugh in defeat. What a way to go. Just then, the bomb explodes, causing a massive blast that sends flames shooting through the entire tunnel. Back in the apartment, the sticker on the box peels off, revealing the bonus surprise, written by Han's mother, a commando and a thermonuclear weapon. Meanwhile, the fairy music box in the cabinet plays its calming tune, completely oblivious to the chaos. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like if you truly enjoyed it, and hit the subscribe for more content like this. I'm sure we'll meet again in next video.